but we are now.
So we lie. Oh
We
yeah,
live out now.
we
I'm,
lie,
I'm monitoring the. I always monitor it on a different screen
But that's
so
good.
I can see what's going on.
That's good. So
Yeah,
what I
so that's
initially
why
that
I set that
initial
off.
thing. Okay. All right. Ring cam dog it. Cameras in the home and used as doorbells to indicate who's coming at the door. You know, I mean, what is y'all take on it? Because I know that you have services that use. I mean, that are providing you with the the footage and the use through apps and all that. So,
It's
what do you think?
I think it's a concern when it's because some of these, if you go online, there are certain ones that you can go and when you start researching, if you want to get those, when you
Mhm.
start researching, you'll see that some are flawed. And you'll see stuff where you may see like people talking to children in their crib. You may see where you got people, and these are people that are not tied into the system. These are the people that don't work for that particular company.
Mhm.
It's an issue. So you want to do your research and make sure that the camera that you choose to secure your home is actually something that's secure. And I would say, to go with something like what we know as security companies, what we've always known as security companies. And I'll throw some names out for that. We are not sponsored by anyone on this particular show today,
Nope.
but ADT is known as a security company. You know what I'm saying? Vivint is known as a security and automation company. Um, what's another big name that's out there that we see a lot that are secure?
ADT.
I just said that.
Oh, you say ADT? Oh, well,
That's
shoot.
what I
Well,
said.
that's it then.
Well, anyway,
Uh,
it's
Allied or some Elder or something like that. I
well,
think.
we know. Well, whoever
But
knows, it's what
you
we
talking
talk
about
about.
you talking about on security systems?
Yeah.
Right, we talk about
Yeah,
big.
I don't want to call the name out, but recently somebody came here pitching me with one, and I know that's a top one and it's good outside, inside. It just don't, like when something ride past or something, it just turns on. This is constantly recording. And that was
Mhm.
like Vonage or something. That was, amazing. And so amazing that I was so amazed that I didn't want it because it was like you can hear clean across the street. So I can only imagine what you're hearing back in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
dang, this is more like they can hear me more
Let,
than
let
they
me,
can
That
hear out
let me
there.
that's
They
let me
can
say this though.
hear him across the
It's
street. They can hear every conversation I have in my house. You know what I'm saying? I'm
who
like, wow.
yeah.
It just
who are you saying that can hear it?
I think he talk
uh,
about
the
the
company, the company.
They
I was
don't.
looking
They
at the
don't look.
videos.
Okay, let me just say this. This is what they say anyway. They're not supposed to actually look at your particular cameras. They look at the data that comes from it. Now you can share your information if you want to, but that information that you see is only for you.
But what I was saying with this particular company, you can hear the auto, meaning that you can hear the conversations. You can hear what's going on outside.
But
So it's
that's
like,
you.
and then some people, setting up, systems in the house so they can monitor. And then you got to realize, it's like you were saying, people hijacking these things and talking to little girls and everything through your stuff. So it's like ain't
But
nothing safe because
if
anything
you
could be
have
hacked.
if you have the wrong system. See,
Man,
the ones that are high security, let me tell you, it's like the ones that are really, really high security, some of the big names, some of the ones that's known for security and automation. What's up, Nico? Welcome to the show, man. Um, what I'm saying is those systems are secure. They're like ATM encrypted. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference. You got some that are your bargain basement, rose, thrift store. I'm gonna call them like the bottom tier security systems, and you have some that are like that other company is Brinks, Raymond Security.
I mean, but it is an Alder one too. But Brinks, yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is the ones that we know when we think of Brinks, we think of security. When we think of ADT, we think of security. These are high level. They have a high level encryption. So you got to know what you're getting, and you got to know what to be able to compare it to, and what to how to research it.
What was that? What was that? That breakdown of of the security system. What company was that you know, and caused that massive Windows issue and situation? And they were supposed to be reputable.
That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
anything got
Everything-
flaws.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro.
What I'm
Well,
What I'm
you
saying-
almost
that's
sold.
my
You
point.
selling people on stuff, man. They gotta
I'm
get
not-
a
I'm not selling anything.
out there.
Nothing can't be
Look,
happening. Man, anything
What I'm
can be
saying
happening.
is, you have a better ability to, if you deal with one of these companies that are known for security. Okay, if it's known for security, that is not just somebody popped on the scene. Oh, we just got a little home. We got some cameras and we got this and we got that. No, we're talking about systems that are known for security. Those are the ones that have a higher level of encryption, like an ATM. Like you pretty much trust an ATM, right? You make deposits at an ATM. You ever done that?
Hey, I don't even do no deposits on ATMs no more.
It's just like the day I was looking at. I don't even know that was
deposit.
true. It was.
One of y'all got to talk at a time. We can't hear both of y'all.
It was a bank today, and I was like, well, I seen it today. I don't know if it was yesterday or whenever, but I seen it today, and they claimed it was a glitch in the system for a certain amount of time, and people were taking out, well, I guess 10 grand, 4 grand, 40 grand out the bank, and it was coming out of hundreds and 20s until it was down to fives, and a glitch in every system. So and people were putting on hoodies and masks, just going out there hitting and taking the money out. So it's like this a good bank. This is a good bank. People got their money in. So what I'm saying is,
look, we talking anomalies now.
I'm just saying all systems can
what
be.
What you talking about is the lottery, bro. That's
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
on the norm.
What I'm talking about, I'm talking about I got the hookup. You on the jank, you talking, and next thing, all on national TV, somebody done hacked your jank, and everybody playing your code as you hitting the house code and putting the phone code on. It's all backfiring on you, and the world get to hear big and all his secret passwords and code because he's trusting the system. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Our robot done turned on you. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Let me. Okay. All right. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's the segue I was looking for.
He is so. What's the conspiracy theorist heavy?
But that's
anything you want to get a conspiracy on.
But that's the segue that I was looking for. AI going into that. I was going,
What do you mean going? It's here. It's been here.
I know, but I'm saying your take of view as a Gen Xer in regards to AI, because look, you got to think that AI now is for, well, the millennials and the Gen Zers is growing up with that, so they're getting more of the technical know-how and the training on, growing and building with it. You know what I'm saying? We as the Gen X generation, we're the ones that are looking and, scoping it out and thinking and giving our assessments of it. And, of course, we got to think like, all right, well, hey, this is coming into the world. And now how am I going to navigate it? How am I going to embrace it? How am I going to feel about it, knowing that it's potentially a risk to maybe my job or my livelihood?
AI, how do you feel? I think one thing I think has changed, and I don't know if maybe some of the older generation hasn't adapted to it, but one thing we know is that you got to stay up on your game. You can't just keep doing the same thing, staying in the same job. Jobs change, the fields change, technology changes, everything changes. Nothing stays the same. Because if you look back 20 years from, okay, so we're 2024 right now.
Right.
We look back in 2004. Let's think about it. What was missing? Think about something that was missing in 2024 that we have now. And it could be something in the house. It could be something in the car. It could be something, anything. And I can tell you one thing right now. Now, I'm not saying they weren't around, but they're not around as readily available as they are now. And that's LED light bulbs.
Well, I mean, in 2004, if you represent that initially. 2004, we didn't have those CarPlay screens on the vehicles at that time.
Okay.
So
and even when those came, they came and they were still very, very limited, like compared to what they can do now. Now you can go through the screens and they pretty much control the whole car.
No, I mean, I just know we didn't. I know we definitely didn't have it at that
He
time.
talking about conspiracy, man. It's like Upgrade the movie. You know, you in the car driving you around. If somebody want to hack the car and make the car crash into a telephone pole, you sitting back and eating donuts and drinking and talking. Oh, what's going on? That's not my routing.
You know? What was that movie? What was that movie? What was that movie where all the Teslas was driving?
Leave the world behind.
Yeah,
leave the world behind. All you saw was Teslas flying, starting up, flying.
That's a brand new movie.
But see, that ain't far-fetched, because I realize when we give our ability to machinery and let AI take over, and we like no different than right now, if somebody got to go to the hospital and their phone, or go to jail and their phone is broke, everybody just know names. They can't dial numbers. We used to things giving us information that we don't even use our ability to remember, because back in the day we had to dial everybody's phone number, so you had to know the person, then you had to know the phone number. Today, if right now somebody lose their phone and then in a place they need to call somebody, 9 times out of 10 them people can't contact nobody. And that's the problem of letting something.
Whose responsibility?
Technology, man. The thing of being comfortable, easy access, easy. What?
It's a choice. If you choose to memorize,
it's a choice for kids to go to school and not write cursive no more. It's a choice for us. It's a choice. No, it's not a choice. It's a system designed to take away our ability of being human and making us digital like cyborgs. It's making it very easy and comfortable. People, when you're born into a culture, unless you say as technology take over, technology then took over and dumbing us down the whole time. That's what I'm saying, man.
We can only be dumbed down if we allow ourselves.
The technology is spyware watching us. You think you got easy access because you got a nice phone and all this. They can hear every conversation you say. They know every slick word you say. Everybody think they doing something slick. Everything is getting recorded on us. They got people all day long, just like we got these headphones on, listening in a big room with a bunch of people, listening to everybody's conversation for trick words. We already under surveillance. So I'm like,
they got AI doing that now.
AI, regardless, AI
they got people overseeing the AI.
Yeah, AI. It still is. We like I told you. I keep telling people, and they keep looking at me crazy. This is a big Truman Show. Everything is being controlled without you knowing. You just think you living a good life and you doing what you want to do. You working, you partying, you vacation. You being watched. You can't just go out the country when you feel like it to do anything, or go over the ice wall over there in Antarctica or anything. You in a prison cell called America and you don't know it. You got to have certain paperwork. You got to have certain tight cars to get out of here. Everything is, you think you living free, but you're not really living free. You in a society that's being controlled without you being known. Most people,
how do you not know that?
When you know, huh?
How do you not know that?
What
how is that not known?
What's not known? Break it down. What you mean?
Known that we don't have all the freedoms that's painted to us as we're super free and all of that. How is that not known?
Because they paint this picture. The land of the free, opportunity, America. Listen, they paint a picture and an illusion. Everything we think, and see, like I think different. Some people think one way. Everybody got their own view. Everybody got their opinion. What I'm saying is, we comfortable to a certain extent, but then when you go to do certain things, that's when reality breaks. It's like me saying, man, I ain't gotta have no license, man. Who say that? A constitution. Somebody made up a rule. They put the paperwork with it. Then we gotta have an ID. But then there's some people around here that don't have to have ID, don't have to have no decaf, don't have to do none of that, and they could drive all down the street all day long. And when the police come to them, they break down their paperwork or show their the surgery card or whatever. Boom, and they gone. But when you don't know this, you only play the program that you've been taught. You got to do this. You got to get your car registered. And you never own the car because you got a car. The only way to drive the car, you got to pay property taxes. Every year, you got to pay property taxes on the car to get your decals. Same thing with your house. It's
Until
no
it's a
different than
certain
renting.
age.
You got to pay real estate taxes all the time. If you don't pay the real estate taxes, sooner or later, your house going to be up for auction. It's nothing you own. Everything is controlled. It's just making you feel like you own it. Y'all ain't got to get Silence of the Lamb up here. You can talk now.
I understand what you're saying,
Silence of the Lamb. I mean,
but this is the thing. We got choices.
Oh, man.
I hear what you're saying, but we all got choices.
I mean, I have a choice to go out here to do good or do wrong, but you can't tell me because I lost my phone, I have a choice not memorizing somebody's phone number. It just becomes a habit, and gradually, like right now, I got a few numbers in my phone. But I if somebody say if I lost my phone, somebody say, "Man, call Big." I'm like, damn, I got him on the name. I ain't memorized his phone number. If they say Shine, because me and Shine probably had the phone number so long, when I was dialing, I'd be like, you know what? I think I would do. Unless Shine and change his phone. Some people change their phone like they change seasons, man. You can't remember everybody's phone number.
I mean,
some people, I know a lot of people that do that.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Even though we old schoolers and we used to dialing numbers and all that. Like I told you back when I had a phone book and I had everybody's numbers in there. I don't remember.
That sound like we always say when I had a phone book.
I mean, we
ain't got no phone book, man.
We lived a lot of life.
People used to have black book. When the last time you heard a man say, "I got to go on my black book"?
Nobody.
And y'all was the age of blackbirds. You and Big was a blackbird.
Because going back to like I was talking about in the beginning, it's the convenience of it all. It's the convenience to be able to go to the phone, see the name, tap call, keep it going. Nobody. Let's just be honest. Nobody remembers a number. I mean, if you had like you said, Chris, if you had that number long enough. And y'all have that rapport. If you were in a situation where you forgot, where you weren't able to access that number, then you were like, okay, well, y'all remember Chris' number. Let me go on down, and that. But because we are not in that situation, it's more convenient to tap, hit that, just put that head.
But I'm tripping off. I'm laughing because Big said it's a choice for everybody. I mean, it's no different. It ain't a choice, man. It's just a habit. It's the way you program your phone,
the culture
man.
you were grown.
You don't dial numbers unless you don't know the person. But 9 times out of 10, what's your contact? So you put the name in there and you got the number, then you save. So when you go hit the number, you hit a name, their name, whatever you got it under. You don't dial their number all day long consistently to remember it.
I know your number.
Not these days.
See,
but you're not gonna dial it. You're not gonna dial it. Man, go ahead. You're not gonna dial it.
I'm gonna tell you. I have to dial Chris number sometime because his name is such a common name.
What you got about 50 of them Chris Jones in your phone?
Man, I don't know not one Chris Jones. I've maybe met one or two in my whole life, and it's supposed to be all over him. I don't know, other than seeing on TV, I don't know no other Chris. I know a girl named Christina, Crystal, but I don't know Christopher Jones. I'm glad
I only know one other person that named by my name. I only know that. And
you know another Raymond Shine?
Yeah, I found that out through school.
God,
that's the only time.
That's a unique name. How you find
other than that? It's far and few people that got my name.
Hey,
I done seen 100 Gary Williams though, man. I done seen 100 of them. The thirds, I seen about 20 of them.
They all famous. I'm just joking. Hey, if anybody want to pop in with a question or comment, just hit the link at the top. You'll see it at the top of the stream. Click that link, you'll pop up, and I'll bring you in. You just need to be somewhere with a quiet background. And
yeah. We want that 4-block field.
Yeah, Big ain't say that at first, because we kind of started. He was saying be open if somebody wanted to log in.
It's always at the top.
Come as a spot for somebody to join us live right now. Up here.
It's always at the top.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know that, Chris. It's always
man. I mean, it's we do. I mean, as Gen X generation, we are a little leery about the about AI and how it is incorporated in our lives, because we're, like you said, we live quite a bit, so it's like it's a proving ground that has to be established with it in order for us to feel comfortable with it. Because I think that that's what it is. It's like with anything new, you will test it and you like, okay, well, yeah, I like how it drives, and I don't know if I want to take it off the lot, but I like how it drives right now. Let me
What we
see if
talking
it
about?
adds. I'm talking about AI. I'm using metaphor to
Yeah, he said he
Oh,
think
okay.
people. I don't think people lure. I think they jump head first. I mean, when the ring bells came out, boom, took off. Wherever a car coming with a new computer system, boom, take off. Everybody got, man, you see this, man? That jank even talk back, man. Look, what weather is it, baby? And the car say, this, if you don't know, it's 12 o'clock and the weather is 75. Oh, man, the jank hot. Everybody run on get it. I mean, technology, they make it very appealing. It's very appealing. I'm telling you, when it comes to this chip, if a chip is coming in the forehead or a chip is coming in the head, people gonna line up around the blocks to get it because they're gonna make it very appealing. It ain't even gonna be hard. It ain't hard. Anything the government or that TV tells them to do, they do it like salute it like it ain't nothing with no question. Not doing research, nothing. So it's like technology making it more easy. Oh, I ain't gotta stand in line. All I gotta do is wave my hand like this, like Hitler, and you got everything you want and walk out. People gonna do it. So I don't think nothing with AI or chips or anything that's coming up. Because I'm telling you, if you got a robot, people can right now finance a robot to clean their house up, wash their dishes, and cook like iRobot. Man, millions of people tomorrow will be trying to get a robot in their house to babysit their baby, to constantly cook the food, to constantly clean up and turn off the TV. They ain't got to do nothing but just sit there and relax, come home, dinner cook, house clean, everything straight, clothes folded, clothes washed, everything. People gonna break their necks to go out there and get it. It's just a house. I mean, the marketing the demand gonna be crazy.
Have any one of y'all watched the series Sunny?
I haven't.
It's about it's a Rashida Jones stars in it. It's about this robot that she has that has secrets about her father.
Ro just made a good point. Ro made a great point.
What is it?
But that's Ro made a hell of a point right there.
That's the without saying the name, that's the one that claiming God status, as because
I don't care.
The head of the most lucrative company in the world right now, or at least in the country. I don't know, but his vision to create a vehicle. I don't know why. See, you know what it is? It's always a fad. Everybody always jump on a fad when it comes out.
DR made another great point.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm gonna go ahead, Ram. I won't Ram in the finish, but I'm gonna go back to big.
It's people like that's a fad. It's gonna have some people that buy that just for the fact that it's a thing that's in at the time. People gonna buy that just because of that. And it has no physical beauty or that'll be associated with, because it just looked like you said, it's a box. Who the hell want a box? Well, going back to how we came up, you had a vehicle. It had style, had sophistication, had class. You know what I'm saying? It served a purpose that created a feeling of when you of luxury, of
status symbol, It's a status.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, who want a box full of statuses?
I mean, a lot of people want them, man. They buying them. Question out somebody out there in the chat, man. How much is one of them Cybertrucks cost? Look it up for me, please.
It costs a whole lot of money.
It's over 100 grand, right? Is it over 100 grand?
But look, this is the thing. Just like I said, it doesn't matter how it looks. It's just the point that somebody put a price tag on it, made it very expensive. People go out there and get it. You got to look at it like I didn't like the Yeezy shoes, but they was expensive and they looked just like some regular whatever cloth they wanted to make with them, and people broke their necks to have them on their feet. Just like they had a while ago, people were wearing these big, gigantic, space-looking. I forgot the shoes, but they were real big, funny little cartoon. There was what is it? What's the video game? Mario Brothers. One of them characters had these big, funny shoes on, and everybody was wearing them. It don't matter.
I've seen the people that have been wearing
so
like the costume stuff. So
yeah,
right here,
so it don't matter. It might look crazy to me, but somebody else, oh man, it's hitting. Your shoe, you wearing a Bigfoot shoe is bigger than Ronald McDonald's and sticking out like you some Bill Pillsbury boy, but some gigantic craziness. But that's what's hitting. And the thing I wanted to say to you, what Dion said, and we were talking about whose choice is that, and I was talking about stuff. GPS, your job, man. Why don't you just use a map? Is it quicker for you to use that phone and that technology, the GPS something, or is it easier for you to do your map?
Easier you use GPS.
Well, I'm talking about when you got to do your routes. When you got to do your routes. I was talking this the big and one. I know Raymond I'm gonna do the easiest thing, but back in the day, the GPS done crippled us, man. Me and you could go from here to Cali, and all we had was a map. You do that now with some people and see what happens.
It's two sides of the coin to look at that, Chris, because I look at the technology as it allows you to use your brain power to do something else. We've taken that away that you got to use your brain power to do that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I tell everybody that knows me, I tell you when you get in the car, use GPS. Why? Because I know where I'm going. This is what I hear all the time. Well, I know where I'm going, but you don't know what the traffic is ahead of where you're going. If you use the GPS, it lets you know what the traffic is, and you can avoid some stuff that's going on before you get stuck in it sometimes, unless you right there and see the accident. So that's why I tell people, use the GPS. It's a tool.
I mean,
I'm more efficient in my job because of that. And now I even use a software that actually routes my stuff for me. I call Audible sometime and change the route around or whatever. But for the most part,
all time.
See how easy it is.
I call Audibles all the time and still don't use GPS.
See how easy it is for everybody. The next thing is you can hit a button and sit back in your truck in a car, and it's gonna drive you there, and you can be folding the packages and getting everything together. See, that's the next thing you can what you gonna be saying on the next podcast when we look gray and older and that's going on. You got to do whatever makes it easy for you to do.
The button is already there. The button is already there. It's just we just ain't on a whole driving itself.
So what Dion was saying, his question was, how does your phone say work on the GPS in the morning and home when you get in the car after you get off work? How do you know where I'm going? I think Dion, you probably put it in there before. There's a section in there.
It's satellite location. Satellite, it tracks your
but
exactly where you're going.
Right. I think after you go somewhere so often, they may categorize as that. But I think if you put the address in there, because I know for me, I had put the different places in there. So home, it knows home because I actually put that in there. So I just had to hit the button.
It's no different than if I was saying I was looking up a product, and just for instance, I was looking up a product, and I've been using a product, Botanica. I was just like, I'm gonna get some Botanica. Got it. Soon as I looked that one product up every day since, and one day it got on my nerves all day long on my phone, and I mean 50 times. That's all you kept seeing. Bow, 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 bow. And I'm like, wow, that's how. Everything you can't even look at something like, man, I'm thinking about getting me a new car. I'm going to just hit it in and look it up and do. Right after that car going to constantly pop up on your phone 24/7. It's like, it's right there. Every time you hit it.
I don't know if y'all remember this. It seemed like this was the shortest fad of anything, but Shilajit. You remember Sheila when they started talking about Shilajit?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah,
switching. Yeah, go ahead.
huh?
We switch, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Ro just told you the price.
I don't know. He put that. He said it a long time ago. I just put it up. I was just putting it up because we asked and he got the information for me. So, but we were talking about. I had never heard of it. You were like, oh yeah, man, I know Sheila G. Who did that? Did you do that, Sean?
I don't know whether it was my AI. See, there we go.
Big,
AI.
you're not in control.
You know what?
You can't handle the truth. You're not in control of the
Oh,
situation.
because I did the thumbs up and it acknowledged.
Oh, okay. That's what it is then. I don't even know what that is.
AI.
Good job,
See,
buddy.
there we go. Hey,
Good job.
see that? See, I tearing up.
Yeah, hey man, it was nice though. So fireworks for Labor Day.
Throw your thumbs up, see it again then.
Once again, I'm gonna pop this
You
up
do
here.
it.
If anybody want to pop in the stream, ask a question or a comment, bam, it's up there at the top. You'll see it. Just click that link and I will get you in. Thank you, Raymond. Do that again, Raymond. Do it again, Vanna.
Well, see now,
black, thick bearded Vanna White.
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. No. See, you done messed up already.
Oh man, you so sensitive, man.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, Chris.
You want me to call you Vanna White?
Talk about what conspiracy you got right now. Just bring it.
Everything got to be conspiracy. All right, we're gonna talk about. I think. Well, I don't know. We had. I think me and Raymond had a discussion. I think we both had a discussion about these gangs taking over in Chicago. I mean, Colorado.
Okay.
Oh, y'all didn't see about that?
No, we seen it. You gave me that information.
I know I give it to. I give y'all hundreds of stuff all day long. I don't mean they all got time.
Oh, you do.
Well, see what it is. See what it is. It's a Venezuelan gang that took over these apartment complexes in Aurora, Colorado, and
took it over like the Carter.
Yeah, that's what they did, and they've been causing havoc. Having some tenants moving out, some tenants are trapped, I guess, inside their in the apartment complex. So with that is fear of what would happen next. Like I know Chris was going to the level of purge status, but I looked at it like they just racking up charges, and if that's the case, if it is what it is, if that's what it is, those individuals out there are going to be eliminated because, of course, America don't play about his money. If it's affecting their money, America don't play. So they'll be tried as war criminals. That's what I told him. They'll be tried as war criminals because of the fact that even though, like you said, they took over America, all they're doing is just getting people to just sit there. They might even have people infiltrating there to say, hey, see what's going on, see how the charges they're gonna put on them. And then they can see their level of weapons, how many weapons they have, and what their status is in regards to who's the leader, who's the person that they can manipulate, all that stuff like that, man. They got all that stuff, man. They thinking that stuff ahead. So if that's really what's going on, that's what's happening.
That's Raymond version.
Ro made a good point. This technology is not new. They know how to monitor it, so it's available to the public. So a lot of the technology that comes to the commercial place has already been. A lot of this stuff has been used in military.
Your feed is spotty.
Is it? Oh, I probably got too much stuff.
Yeah.
How's it now? Because I'm watching it pretty good. How about audio?
It's still spotty.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, y'all.
I mean, I can hear you, but it's choppy.
It's a little choppy.
It sounded clear to me on my end.
Oh, okay. I thought so too. Maybe it's Raymond. It could be that. Because I'm looking at it.
Real. Yeah, it sounds clear. You were real. I would listen to what you were saying about it. Go ahead.
Right. So the technology, a lot of the stuff that we see, we get, it's 20, 30 years out of the development phase.
40 years.
40 years. I'm just saying 20, 30, 40 years. We'll see this stuff. We'll see it in TV shows. We'll see it in movies. We'll hear about it. just like the Jetsons. Look at all the things that we saw that was in the Jetsons, that was in Get Smart. And that was before, like, Get Smart was even before, like, we were little, we weren't even born when that show was actually running. Well, some of us. But that's when, remember the secret agent that had the phone in his shoe?
Get Smart.
That's what I said. Yeah.
I thought you said remember that. Yeah. But I feel you. I feel you.
Some of those technologies and like barcodes, and now we use QR codes. All of that stuff was military developed. Drones, all of that was military developed.
Cell phones,
high zoom lenses that you can get. You know, you can go online and get a high zoom lens for your camera or for your cell phone. Military use that, and now it became commercially available because now they see they used for its purpose, and they throw it out to the marketplace. And this stuff sells like crazy. So it's just a matter of what's next. I mean, it's a lot, man. One thing I got to say is we just got to keep our feet moving and understand that the opportunity is always an opportunity out there. Irregardless of AI, irregardless of this, every time technology has done something to advance a process, it created other jobs for humans. Now, sometimes stuff has been eliminated. I mean, we can look at if we look at just here with our toll facilities that we used to have, where we had actually people there collecting the money, and now it's all electronic. That process is gone. But you look at some jobs were lost, but also some people's lives will probably be saved because out there at the toll plaza back then, it was a lot of, you don't see cars smoking like we did in the 70s and 80s. So you can remember, I don't know if y'all remember, there used to be a guy, a person in the tunnel blowing a whistle and waving people on with all that smoke.
So I'm still there.
Inside the tunnel. Not while people are driving through.
I'm
I mean,
talking
they'll
about,
do it when they work.
now you know that there's a toll booth before you get to the tunnel. That's what I'm talking about. When there's some, like the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel.
Oh, you talking about select places? I mean,
they have people walk the tunnel to monitor that still.
But it's different. I mean, they got fans. They got it's a whole
different
system. They got filtration. They got air filtration. They got the I don't know if you noticed, they got these big fans.
Yeah, but that's to circulate the air.
Right. And then now with the newer tunnels, they have these escape doors. So if something was to happen, I don't know how it would help you escape if it was flooded.
I mean, but you would think that there's a sealed, some kind of seal that's behind that door. So I would see the use for that. It's just based off of your ability to get to them in time. I mean, the main thing is when you talk about that is just the fact that you're dealing with the motorists that are there. What are their oh my gosh. Don't you won't be at work? Hey man, don't get there go worry about me because I got there go. I still got a little bit of youthful dark hairs there. Trust me, it's grays there. It's grays there. It's the camera. It's the camera. The camera is getting me.
Okay,
but trust me, it's grays here. And I don't cut it. That's the thing. Once you cut it, that's when the grays start popping up more.
I'm gonna go back with the gangs. Like I said, I look at it totally different, man. Just like I said, I know if this was a regular black gang or a Latino gang, they would have already been in there and did what they needed to do to shut it down. But being that these cats off in Venezuela and he's supposed to be one of the most treacherous gangs, but I'm hearing what people talking about how they could just go and take over some apartment complexes, and people are calling the police and the governor saying one thing, the mayor saying something totally different, and how it didn't link out on CNN, and how that Didn't nobody really know about it until people start putting out videos. And the lady across how seeing them going in guns, taking over, had her door camera. We were talking about the door camera and it showed the recording. She had to send that out. And then somebody, went and rescued. And a lot of people was trapped in all the SWAT, and people were telling them just stay in the doors and keep the doors locked. Ain't nothing we can do. They are squatters. They done took over. So I don't see what type charges when these people's not even from here. And then if they do to go to, like my view, if they go to our regular penitentiary compared to where they came from, it's 10 times better. Like basically going in Beverly Hills compared to being locked up back at home. What they gonna do to them? You know what I'm saying? And if we touch them, 9 times out of 10, we're gonna get all these crazy charges because they foreigners. So they'll get a hate crime for touching them before we get any crime, which we ain't got our crime yet. Because you know what I'm saying? We've been waiting, getting shot down, and people making promises with the politics and got presidential, and they in there, and we still waiting. But all these foreigners coming over getting money and stuff. It's like, I don't see what you saying. I see a whole different reality. I mean, I heard what you saying legally about a law. Yeah, it should go that way, but this is America. You can get paid whatever in America, depending on your status and who you know and where you at in life. I mean, we just regular people. There's people up there in the political, arena. They can get away with a lot of stuff that we can't. I mean, I know people my shade, they can do a minor crime and you know what I'm saying? They ain't got to do no time. And I could do that same crime and I'm almost got life. So it's like, I don't see these cats going to jail. I don't see these cats. As far as I'm concerned, the system put them here for a reason to do what they doing. That's how it looked to me. Because the show ain't made national news yet. So for my knowledge, I'm hearing they putting these people everywhere. I'm just waiting for it to start popping off and then everybody going to look at it different. But this is already a head look. If it could be that. This just could be a warning where it could be going. Most people sleeping on it. Man, you can call it a purge or what, man. This system is already hijacked. It's already hijacked. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just waiting for stuff to happen. Everybody don't want to be, caught up in stuff. You just live your life, but just be aware of what could happen. It's no different than you making money or you getting money. You got to be aware of how. Don't never be too relaxed that you can't, somebody catch you slipping. And if you ain't ready for some people coming in doing some wild stuff like that, then you already slipping. You comfortable that the law gonna take care of it. And the law ain't even messing with them. Shoot, man, what you think they calling P-Town, Pistol City, man? Police ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
So, y'all gotta get them back in reality, man. Things are changing quicker, man.
So if we do strap up and whatnot, if someone comes to your home and say you're not home but you're strapped at the crib, locked up in the box, what you gonna do about that? And if somebody already took over your home,
you can either.
You say what? Oh, you saying if you
go to work, and you come home and somebody done took over your home and not letting you back in, what you gonna do?
Are you asking me?
The question.
Yeah.
Oh, the first thing I'm gonna call the folks on them.
And if the folks say ain't nothing we can do right now, Mr. Gary.
What you mean you can do? That's
what they tell me. That's what they said to the peoples in Colorado.
I don't know. Yeah, they said that.
I'm gonna let you know what I'm gonna do. Burn Hollywood, burn. Hell, riot going.
You gonna burn your house down?
No,
burn Hollywood, burn. I smell a riot.
No,
going.
if you thinking,
you can't have it. Burn Hollywood and stop.
If you thinking, the first thing you gonna do is, if you can't get the help from government, if you can't get help from the local government, if you can't get help from the local authorities, the only thing you can do now is you dealing with the implications though, but the only thing you can do is gather up a militia and got there gonna storm your daggone house and get your house back. Because that's the only way. If you saying that there's nobody willing to help you get your home back, because of course, If it's your home, this is your that you're paying on. It's your claim property. And so you gonna go there and do what you got to do to get your property back.
I wish
It's
I
been
had
people
some
over the
video.
last year. It's been people for many years have been going in houses and squatting there, and people have been trying to get them out there, and some people can't get them out, and they've been there for years. And you looking mad, but you can't get them out there because they then took over. It's some states have certain crazy laws that once they squat in there, that's it. That's it.
I mean, but you
can
got to
realize.
realize.
But see, like I said, as citizens, we got to sit here and talk like you talk. But if this was the Pentagon people or somebody in the government, they ain't gonna talk. Action gonna be taken, and somebody might get murdered, and then they ain't gotta be terrorists, but it's gonna be labeled all over TV. They was terrorists, and they took over the man's house, and he had to do what he had to do with self-defense, and they was criminals, and put all this other stuff on TV for people to believe. So. You know,
But
it's like, man, come on, man.
that's why I told you in that situation is it's a tightrope, because you're dealing with the fact that you have people that are there that are U.S. citizens, so they're like, okay, well, hey, we got to factor in that, and then you got to factor in the property damage situation. You got all that stuff you got to factor in when dealing with situation like that. That's why I said more like if that is actual fact, then you dealing with that. It's somebody in there that's been infiltrated that situation, and they're sitting back and gathering information. And of course, whether we know it or not, somebody is that if they don't televise it, of course it'll happen as quickly as you heard it. It's just quick. It'll be dissipated. You won't hear no more about it. So the trust me. Like I said, when it's dealing with money, trust me, they're gonna get in. They're gonna get involved.
First of all, I gotta say, whose money you talking about? You talking about our little bit of money, or you talking about the big man up top money?
I'm talking about the big man up top money.
If it ain't messing with his pocket, I'm pretty sure them apartments ain't messing with his pocket, because the landlords can't deny. It's small people, business people that's dealing with it. You ain't talking about big wigs, man. You ain't talking about Beverly Hills and the rich and famous, man. I don't think I'm gonna worry about. I put it like this: if I'm up here and I got millions of dollars and billions of dollars, and I'm doing good, and all my friends are billionaires, and you just a $30,000 a year person making, and somebody take over your house, you think I'm worried way down there? For real? You think that's I'm gonna come risk it all way down here to little old you making, and I'm worried about where you at.
When it becomes a problem,
I mean, I ain't really getting. I'm just talking sideways.
Considers that when it's a problem that is considered greater than and it's going to potentially affect the economy. There'll be some action.
It ain't even made national news, man. This ain't the oil leaking in the middle of the Pacific or something. It ain't affecting our community. This ain't to a point. If I'm talking about a half of the people up here probably don't even know about it. It's so many. They got it so shut down. Like, the National Guard or Biden's on there, or Miss Harris talking. No, ain't nobody talking about this, man. It ain't affecting them. Do you know how much crazy stuff goes on in America every day, and don't nobody help or say anything about it? This ain't. It sounds good, but I think there's some stuff we just looking. We see on TV is the right thing to do is to help out, and the right thing to do is to tell them the right thing to do. And when you do, they don't do nothing. I had made I was talking to somebody earlier, and I was saying some stuff like, the way the system is and the way people is, it's and people done broke this thing down the same exact way, but I'm just going to twist it up a little bit to a point that suppose all of us are starving and we hungry as a mug. And I just say, you know what, man, and they telling us not to go over this wall because over this wall ain't nothing but radiation and you're going to die and there's poison over there. Stay off the wall. Don't even go over there. And we over here, the land is screwed up. Everybody's starving. Everybody's dying. And you like, man, you know what? If I'm going to die, I'm just going over the wall just to see for myself. And I get over the wall. Wham. I'm not like, wow, man, ain't nothing but food over here. And the same people on these big screens that we are watching to and we looking up to and telling us not to come over the wall, they over there eating and laughing and having a good time. And I'm like, yo, I got to tell everybody, man, they need to come over here, man, because the same people on those screens that we listening to, if they the government, whatever, they over here chilling, eating good, and everything is over here, and we over here dying. And I climb back over the wall, and I start telling everybody, yo, hey, man, we need to go over the wall. They over there. Oh, man, you're a conspiracy. Oh, man, you're crazy. I ain't going over that wall. It's radiation over there. I ain't going over that wall. It's poison over there. I ain't going over there. And they're going to stay right there and purge because somebody got on the screen and told them not to. That's the reality I see. That's the world I'm living. Every time I go on the other side and see something, they programmed on this side to do the same crazy thing somebody on TV telling them to do. And that's the reality. You can't even save people. And so when we hear these stories about Hurd thumping, she could have saved so many. They gonna die because they ain't trying to hurt. All it takes is some nutty professor to get on TV on a screen with a microphone and say something, and they got it. They gonna believe it. If they say the sky's falling, everybody's staying in the house tomorrow. Ain't nobody coming outside because they're gonna keep pumping it all day long on CNN and everything, and people gonna eat it up and believe it. It's like they're being under hypnosis and under a spell.
But if the sky falling, your house ain't gonna save you.
Well,
I'm just letting you know they're gonna believe anything that TV tell them about.
I'll go back to you climbing over that wall. If you climb over that wall and say you find in the land of milk and honey, if you jump your hind part back,
they ain't gonna believe you, dog. I don't care if you might follow me. You know how hard it is for the rest of the honey on that side.
Then you a fool who got there gonna jump back on that side because you gonna get snatched up.
If I jump back over here, it's because I wanted to save my people and let my people know. But they ain't gonna hear me though. It's always that scenario. You gotta realize that. That's just reality.
Dion asked, why didn't they pick Chicago?
Because it's the wild, wild west out there. Go out there if you want. Go out there if you want.
Yeah,
go out there you want. They popping out there.
Hey, if anybody wants to pop on camera with a comment or a question, you can do so by clicking this link. It'll bring you in. I'll bring you to the show, and you say your comment or a question on camera. That's it. That's all I got, y'all, at that moment.
That's all you got.
You got a question?
At that particular moment.
You got a question?
Oh, the link is at the top. Do I have a question?
Said, do you got a question?
What up, Marvin Cox? I see him in the building.
That means no, I don't have a question.
Nah, it's just comments. Just comments.
The reason, all right, then let's go on with what Dion said, Chicago. Like y'all was saying that Chicago, I guess. But you know the crazy thing, and see, I haven't looked that up, so that's why I ain't really say nothing about it. I seen a video today, but I didn't really get deep into it. But it was an older dude saying that these dudes was in Chicago. But I ain't did no research or nothing on it. And he was like, what's up, Chicago? All this stuff, y'all talking this and that. In the video, it was an older dude, and he was like, y'all supposed to be this and hounding this. Now they are doing the same thing. So I'm like, I ain't hear nobody else elaborate on that. It was just one crazy older dude. I ain't gonna say crazy. I don't know the dude, but I did watch the video. It was real intriguing, but I didn't go no further than that with it. My fault was saying crazy, but most times when we say somebody, I don't try to say nobody crazy because I realize more crazy people are more intelligent than you think. You know what I'm saying? They just seem some of them are a little off the wall, but some of them 100. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I usually be like they crazy until you start seeing where they you start looking for it, you see it, and you're like, oh no, that ain't crazy. I think some of us just got gifts that other people don't. Everybody can. Some people just got great senses. Some people can feel stuff. Some people can see stuff. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I've been around people could feel stuff and they was right on the money. I've been around people claiming they heard something. I don't know what they heard. That money. I seen people that dream something where they dream came true. So you can either call them crazy or rock, but it is what it is. Yeah, I just look at it as gifts.
That's true. I can go with that. Yep.
All right.
What you got, Raymond?
I know we coming on the back end. So I mean, I want to mention I want to give a shout out to because I know we're about to use it. I want to give a shout out to J Main, Bloody Eye. You know, I want to give a shout out to him for the show track that he produced for us. You know, because it's been an integral part of the show, and I just want to thank him for his contribution. Because when we initially talked about going live in the first during the latter part of the first season, we just wanted to do a new version of the track of our theme show track. I mean, when we went to when there was something in my eye, excuse me, when we went to look for tracks, I did come talk to Twan, and his track was hot, but it just didn't capture what we were looking for. And when I talked to Blood, J Main, he just he said he was gonna play some tracks for me, but he just played that one track, the track that y'all gonna hear and have heard, and that it was just I knew it was the one that was right there, because it just felt it encapsulated everything that the show was about. From the first thing that caught me was the drums, because it's got an African kind of drums to it, and it you just imagine just the that like the drum signal, like we going to war, or it's just us actually preparing, and then the I don't know, the cymbals crashing in the beat, like you hearing that, it's like saying, hey, hold up, listen, it's something that's about to be, it's something about to come, it's something that's got to be told, something that's got to be revealed. And that's the thing that kind of took me to it. And even it's that catchy little that we hear in there, because I know me and Big have been caught saying it here now again,
vibing to it. Vibe to it.
But yeah, I mean,
cut it in.
Yeah,
are you coming? Because we about to wrap it up. We appreciate you guys tuning in with us this week and each and every week. Every week at 8 p.m.
Let his brother throw out the
no doubt
saying.
What is it, bro? What is it?
You know the saying: if you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. Get established.
That's okay.
It's been good, y'all. We appreciate y'all checking in. Comments and the questions in the chat, we appreciate it. Y'all been live. Y'all have been live with the Get Established Show on Mondays, every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We shall see you next week. We appreciate you all. Y'all have a great week. It's a short week, so enjoy it. Take care.
GES Crew.